He's obviously delusional because he clearly lost both fights. Not only in my eyes, but the judges' eyes. The people that really count made him lose not one, but twice.
Excited about it. I feel on tenterhooks for this contest. We're going to talk Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford.
Duke McKenzie doesn't mince words. He never has. And this time, his sights are firmly set on Tyson Fury. In McKenzie's view, Fury isn't just in denial, he's delusional. The judges spoke, the fans saw it, and the world knows what happened. Still, Fury insists he was robbed.
Convinced himself that he won, which he clearly didn't. Really, that shows a lot of delusion on his part. I mean, listen, when you lose in a fight, never mind a world title fight, when you lose in a fight, full stop, you know, the best thing to do is just...
McKenzie has had enough. The time for complaints has passed. The reality is clear. Fury was beaten twice, and both times it was Alexander Usyk who handed him the lesson. McKenzie is brutally direct. These weren't razor-close fights. Usyk didn't just edge them, he schooled Fury.
Got Tyson Fury's number because he's beaten him twice. The powers that be, we're talking about the ringside judges, they don't make things up. You know, they allegedly got the best of the best to referee and to judge that fight. So 3 judges, one can't get it wrong, one could possibly get it wrong, but the other 2 didn't. And it was the second fight was a unanimous decision. So for me, there's no ifs, no buts, no maybe.
Cleanly, clinically, decisively. When all 3 judges are unanimous, there's no room for debate. There's no gray area. The fight wasn't subjective, it was conclusive. Fury's fantasy that he did enough has crumbled under the weight of truth, and McKenzie refuses to let him rewrite the narrative. It wasn't close. It wasn't controversial. It was a shutout.
To every punch that he throws against Usyk and hope that these shots start getting through and he can maybe cause the referee to stop Usyk.
Absolutely. Well, that's only 3 weeks away. We cannot wait for it. You are making me excited about it. I feel on tenterhooks for this.
Period. And if McKenzie's assessment feels harsh, Adam Smith enters with his own brand of piercing honesty, without emotion or bias. Smith acknowledges that Fury showed heart, he fought with bravery. But heart alone doesn't win fights at the elite level. Skill does.
Who wins between us both? I said Anthony. Tyson offended or whatever. And then vice versa. Why would he give a shit what I think? You know, so what he thinks and what he believes. You know, coming through my career, so many...
Intelligence does. Adaptability does. And on every count, Usyk was the superior man. Smith doesn't criticize Fury for losing. His disappointment lies in how Fury handled it. Many expected the self-proclaimed Gypsy King to take defeat on the chin like a true champion. Instead, we got excuses, tantrums, and a refusal to accept reality. That wasn't the image of a proud,
So I had left it to someone's opinion and he went against me. So am I going to cry about spilt milk? No. Have I cried about it at all?
Dethroned champion. It was the image of an ego in freefall. Fury's post-fight behavior hasn't reflected humility. It's echoed denial. Each interview, Instagram post, and public comment deepens the delusion. Johnny Nelson takes the conversation even further. He challenges Fury's logic or lack of it. If Fury truly believes he beat Usyk, Nelson asks, why isn't he the one pushing hardest for a rematch? Why isn't he demanding redemption? The answer, Nelson says, is painfully obvious. Deep down, Fury knows Usyk is his nightmare matchup. Styles make fights, and Usyk's style breaks Fury. Nelson strips away the bravado and sees what many others do. Hesitation. Fury isn't charging into a trilogy. He's floating other names, dodging commitment, and suddenly matchmaking with Anthony Joshua. The confidence has faded. The swagger rings hollow. And every excuse, every deflection reveals what Nelson calls the real issue: psychological doubt. Because once a fighter loses that aura of invincibility...
I believe that Tyson Fury is coming a lot more serious in this fight. He's, you know, he wants to win. Alexander Usyk now, I can't go against him. He hasn't lost yet. So, you know, he's a very positive and great fighter, and he moves well. So it really comes down to, you know, who's the better thinking at the time.
It's nearly impossible to regain, and Fury knows it. Then comes the twist. Fury finally speaks, but instead of clarity, he adds confusion. He says he wants the trilogy, but only if it happens in England. Suddenly geography matters. He insists a fair result can only come on home soil. The irony, the fights were already judged fairly. The scorecards matched what the world saw. So what is this really about? Home advantage, crowd energy, or desperation? Because that's what it feels like now. Fury's insistence on a specific location doesn't speak of strategy. It reeks of fear. Fear that nothing else will change the outcome unless the scenery does. But boxing rings are the same everywhere. Whether it's Riyadh, London, or the moon, Usyk shows up the same. Steady, focused, unshaken. And that's Fury's real problem. It's not the venue, it's the opponent. Usyk is the who that keeps beating him. And just as the narrative...
What do we like? Obviously, you do have to be conscious of a potential fight with Tyson Fury, but we're not going to hang around forever. So, you know, you need to come back with a good win.
Narrative begins to spiral. Teddy Atlas steps into the fray. He's seen it all in boxing. The pride, the pain, and the lies fighters tell themselves. Atlas doesn't care about reputations, he cares about truth. And the truth, according to him, is simple. Fury lost because Usyk was better, not more aggressive, not luckier, better. Duke McKenzie doesn't sugarcoat it, never has. And this time, his sights are locked on Tyson Fury. In McKenzie's eyes, Fury isn't just in denial. He's lost in delusion. The fans saw it, the judges ruled it, the world knows the truth. Yet here we are, still listening to Fury cry robbery. McKenzie has had enough. He says the time for moaning is over. Fury wasn't edged. He wasn't narrowly outpointed. He was beaten twice, and both times by the same man, Alexander Usyk. McKenzie delivers it with surgical precision. Usyk didn't sneak by. He dominated, clinically, decisively. When all three judges see the same thing, when experts agree across the board, there is no gray area, no controversy.
Comes from a completely different background, but Daniel Dubois is growing into himself. This will be one hell of a fight. This will be a proper fight. Like
Fury's fantasy that he did enough to win crumbles under scrutiny, and McKenzie won't let him hide behind illusions. It wasn't close. It wasn't a robbery. It was a schooling, plain and simple. Then comes Adam Smith, offering the kind of balanced insight only a seasoned broadcaster can deliver. He praises Fury's heart, his bravery, his grit, but makes it clear that heart alone doesn't win elite-level fights. Skill does, intelligence does, adaptability does, and Usyk showed more of all three. Smith expected the Gypsy King to take the loss with grace, to accept defeat with the dignity of a true champion. Instead, Fury gave the world tantrums, excuses, and delusion. His post-fight behavior wasn't that of a dethroned warrior. It was that of a bruised ego. Smith isn't disappointed by Fury's loss. He's disappointed by his refusal to face it with maturity. Every Instagram post, every interview, every outburst is just noise covering a deeper truth. Usyk was better, and Fury can't bring himself to...
That's right. And these guys need him. He doesn't need them. Alexander Usyk can choose to fight whoever he wants. He is now the draw in the heavyweight division.
Say it. Enter Johnny Nelson, who adds depth and clarity with piercing questions. If Fury truly believes he won, Nelson asks, why isn't he pushing for the trilogy with urgency? Why is he floating names like Anthony Joshua, instead of demanding immediate redemption? The answer Nelson suggests is obvious, because deep down Fury knows. He knows Usyk is his stylistic nightmare, the kind of fighter who doesn't just outbox you, he exposes you. Fury isn't chasing a third fight, he's hesitating, making excuses, exploring distractions. The bravado is fading, the confidence eroding. Nelson calls it what it is. Not fear of getting hurt, but fear of getting outclassed again. Because once a fighter loses that aura of invincibility, it's almost impossible to get it back. Then the narrative takes a turn. Fury speaks up again, teasing the idea of a trilogy fight, but only if it happens in England. Suddenly the location is a factor. He argues that only a UK venue can provide a fair...
Usyk, but I want a fair result in England.
Would he be the only fighter that you come back for?
That would be the one I want immediately. That would be the most fight that I'd want next.
Fair result, subtly implying that the previous decisions weren't legitimate. The irony, the judging was fair. The decisions reflected what millions saw. Usyk won, twice. So what's really going on? Fury's new obsession with home turf reeks not of confidence, but desperation. As if a different ring might produce a different result. But as any seasoned observer knows, a ring is a ring. Riyadh, London, or anywhere else, Usyk shows up the same. Focused, composed, unshakable. That's the problem. It's not the venue, it's the opponent. Teddy Atlas steps into the discussion. And with him comes the insight only decades of ringside experience can bring. While most fans were reacting emotionally during the fight, Atlas was watching the layers unfold in real time. In the 5th round, a round many gave to Fury, Atlas leaned to his son and said, "Usyk's not done, he's adjusting." That's the Atlas difference. He doesn't just see punches, he sees momentum, psychology, intention. Fury may have won the 5th, but Usyk won the fight. Why? Because champions adapt.
You're seeing people saying, oh yeah, he's going to get knocked out if it goes past this, he's going to get rendered up. And you sit there and you go, all right, am I delusional? Or are they right? And so it's a fine line with going, okay.
They don't need 12 rounds to make decisions. They adjust in the chaos. That's what Usyk did. While Fury celebrated a brief moment of success, Usyk recalibrated, downloaded the data, prepared for the kill. The real fight began right there. And by the championship rounds, Usyk was in full control. Atlas sums it up with razor-sharp clarity. Fury is a showman, but Usyk is a surgeon. Fury talks, postures, entertains. Usyk, he silences. He doesn't boast that he's the best. He proves it. And in Atlas's mind, that's why Usyk holds the edge every time. He's not just physically prepared, he's mentally bulletproof. And in heavyweight boxing, that might be the deadliest trait of all. Now Eddie Hearn enters, adding a businessman's perspective to the narrative. Hearn doesn't deal in emotion. He deals in leverage, numbers, and cold facts. And the power dynamic, he says, has shifted. Fury used to be the gravitational force of the division. Not anymore. Usyk now holds the belts. The momentum...
It was scrappy, it was messy, and it was just kind of like winning the argument. But when you watch it and score it, gloves are hitting you. It was just busy, wasn't it? It was busy. But did you feel it was slipping away from you at the end? Or did you feel you was doing enough?
No, I felt like I'd done it. I felt like I was up before the bell had gone. 30 seconds, I only needed 30 seconds rest. I was up.
And the global spotlight. Fury is on the outside looking in. If he wants back in, he has to earn it. There's no space left for cryptic posts, emotional spirals, or half-hearted retirement announcements. The division is moving forward with or without him. And as Hearn bluntly puts it, if Fury wants relevance, he needs a meaningful win, not a soft tune-up, a war, a dangerous all-in clash against a top contender. Anything less, and the train will leave without him. Then comes Simon Jordan, with the sharpest contrast yet. He paints a philosophical picture of Fury versus Usyk. Fury brings drama, Usyk brings purpose. Fury blusters, Usyk commands. Usyk, Jordan says, is more than a boxer. He's a warrior forged in struggle, discipline, and sacrifice. Every fight he's in feels like a grand event because of the meaning he brings to it. Jordan pivots the discussion to Daniel Dubois. He reminds us that fighting Usyk isn't just about throwing hands. It's about solving a puzzle. Dubois may be growing, but Usyk is already the finished article. This isn't a brawl. It's a chess match against a grand master, and Dubois better realize it fast. Then, just when it feels like the praise for Usyk couldn't get any higher, Tony Bellew lands the final blow. He's been in the ring with Usyk, and he knows firsthand what makes the Ukrainian great. According to Bellew, the heavyweight division has a king, and his name is Alexander Usyk. It's not about who shouts loudest or who brings the flashiest suit to the press conference. It's about results. Usyk has them, over and over. Bellew makes it plain. Fury, Joshua, Dubois, they're all chasing Usyk, not the other way around. Usyk doesn't need to beg for fights. He is the fight. The belts follow him. The money follows him. The fans follow him. He's not just a champion, he's the event. As the conversation circles back to Fury, we hear once again about the trilogy, this time wrapped in demands for a UK venue. He wants home advantage. He claims fairness. But we've heard it all before. The truth is, Fury lost, clearly, twice. This location obsession isn't confidence, it's hesitation. Spencer Brown, Fury's longtime friend and defender, tries to steady the ship. He calls the first fight a coin toss. He insists Fury edged it, but the scorecards and the eyes of the world say otherwise. Fury threw volume, he clinched. But Usyk controlled the rhythm, the space, and the moments that mattered. And somewhere inside, even Brown knows it. Suddenly Anthony Joshua's name appears like a lifeline. Team Fury floats it, hoping to shift attention. Brown claims they want Usyk again, but their actions don't show it. If they truly wanted Usyk, they'd sign. Instead they're hedging, using AJ's popularity to deflect from the truth. Usyk is the real mountain. He's already beaten Fury twice. A third time might erase the myth for good. The public sees through it, because the biggest fight in the world isn't Fury versus Joshua, it's Usyk.